not like super one-dimensional. Like there's some, like, you know, first Roche, maybe they can chill out a little bit. They don't necessarily have to like, oh my god, we have the Aegis, go high ground right now or we lose. But it is on the earlier end for sure. It's not quite as like instant success necessary like Nigma's game was earlier today, but it's a fast one.
Definitely. And I mean, Secret have pretty good team fight themselves. You got this Beastmaster who should be able to scale pretty well. Aura Gaming, indeed, for Secret.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see this
Sky combo.
Yeah.
Prepare for battle.
Skyrath is a pretty easy hero to underestimate because we really don't see him all that often, but the damage output is insane. Even as a support. A true glass cannon, though, 0 starting armor, so not one that likes to trade right clicks. One of the big weaknesses of this guy.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised we don't see him more often. I guess it's the lack of like initiation potential that you have. Like even compared to like Wind Ranger or something, she's a lot of burst, but can still get those shackles off. As things start to shape up in our lanes.
Yep.
30 seconds to battle.
Nothing too surprising here. Everyone's just doing their thing.
No curveballs, 2-on-2. So how does the position 5 Magnus go, Trent? You were talking shit on Puppy's position 5 Spirit Breaker. I have it on good authority. He's very upset. You want to take this opportunity to compliment the position 5 Magnus, or you want to go big and double down on the negativity, big dog?
No, I think this is better. I think it's more likely you'll get a skewer play. Also, check out Puppy right now. He just stole their bounty rune. Get wrecked, nerds.
Hey, there you go.
He'll probably get out of here, too. Yeah, he just cuts right. He's fine.
Easy. And this Fade Bolt level 1 Rubik, so yeah, he's good.
That gave him the 3 for 1 as they committed the 3 heroes down in the river.
Yeah. I like your bold claim, though. You think Puppy's going to do better than the 1 in 15 Spirit Breaker from Game 1, so...
I know. I like to take risks.
Really good prediction.
Well, what I like is you have Skewer into tower, and that's stronger than anything the Spirit Breaker was offering in the past lane. Now, mind you, it's an Underlord, so that's probably not going to happen.
Yeah. I guess there's always a chance you could catch Lil.
Yeah, it's a bit weird, for sure. Oh, here we go. He's too fast, those boots, though.
Lina versus Pugna, a spellcaster matchup mid.
As should be pretty even. Camps top, right? Yeah, not too exciting. I would say Lina probably has the edge. She wins like most matchups.
She's got the range advantage. Yeah.
But Pugna, as long as he plays it relatively safe, probably shouldn't die. Right? Between like the bottles and like if he gets any help with TPs and everything.
Yeah. Rune control will be a big deal for that matchup, though. Up top, Skewer. Whoa, DM. Look at the body blocks. He's taking some tower shots, Trent. Not enough for a kill, but that's the beginning right there. That's what you got to do as a position 5 Magnus.
Yeah, you got to threaten and at least execute a couple of those skewers to at least like push them off the wave. Nisha is holding the point here. As he's just thinking like, man, can I get this kill? If anyone's getting the kill, it's definitely Nisha, right? Like, Nisha should not die. That is for sure. But you could have to salve up.
Yeah, without a rotation or anything else, that would be very surprising.
And the only way he dies is if he goes for the dive and fails it pretty much. Gets like raindropped or sticked or something.
Yep. The safe lane DP working out just fine. No surprise. Under the safety of the Bane. Pretty darn even out of the gate.
This doesn't happen more often. The safe lane death mode. I feel like whenever I see it, it seems really strong. Like she does well versus most off lanes. She like has pressure of kill threat because of the Spirit Siphon and the bonus speed that you get, and of course you can just pop your Exorcism to either take your tower or rotate to a more valuable one. Like she can theoretically be ready for the first catapult wave mid, depending on like what your support's doing with stacks and pulls. If you can isolate that offlaner away from you.
Definitely. It's a very viable strat. I mean, the opportunity cost is just that she doesn't scale as well as a true hard carry, you know, like a Morphling or something. And with the Aghanim, she scales much better now. She's not like one and done. All right, I'm level 18. I'm capped out. But
yeah. I don't think she should have a Pugna mid every game, for example. You know, she could do well with like a TA or something.
Agreed.
But in this case, you know, at least you have that switch. Like, it is an available option to try and go all in like they're doing this game.
You know, Puppy and Lil going back and forth in the jungle, and now to the mid. Some damage exchanged. Nisha and GPK starting to favor Nisha quite a bit. 18-9 compared to the 11-2 Pugna.
He just doesn't have a lot of tools, right? Like, what can Pugna do to ever threaten Nisha? Pretty much nothing. It's like, if he gets close enough for a D-Crap, maybe, but look at the cast range of D-Crap. Like, that's not happening.
It's pretty dinky compared to Lena's range. Even Dragon Slave, she's going to hit you every time. Yeah, it does feel like Pugna suffers a lot mid when his opponent is someone that he can't abuse D-Crap. Like, Pugna versus melee heroes, it's just no contest. And
got these denies, dude. And Poppy even secures the rune. Well done.
Dire's middle tower is
Comes in there to bully off Lil as he's low HP.
This is where it gets brutal. GPK is already losing the lane. Lena gets the first rune, and now the pressure really starts to mount.
Yeah, it's the further and further they get before that first exorcism, it just puts so much more pressure on those like first like 3 exorcisms, kind of. Like the first one, you don't necessarily need the tower. Maybe you only get it to like a 3rd HP or something. But the second and third one need to be pretty serious gains when your whole draft is going to be centered around that.
Definitely. And that is one of the abusable aspects of the hero. You can see she is pretty good against the boars, finishes off the fresh spawn, although takes a lot of damage and will fall. Doesn't get off that fairy fire in time. Yapsor takes the first blood. Up top, battle over the runes potentially here. Looks like Lil will pick it up. And Matu Puppy.
Nisha. He's in there. He stole it.
There'll be 3 runes again for Secret.
And now he's coming back underneath.
The kill onto DM. They find the LSA. Dragon Slave is there, and DM is down. 2-0.
And they handed that right to Nisha on purpose, too. Further and further ahead, snowballing out of the mid lane. Very bad sign here for Virtus Pro Prodigy.
Yeah. Yeah, this is we've got the early game team, and right now we are not winning the early game rut-row. DP still only level 4, so they're going to have to be patient here.
Well, Scooby, I think DM needs a whole lot.
Yes, definitely. Jinkies, I've lost my glasses again. 6-minute runes.
I totally forgot about anything on that show. That was stupid. I just pulled the damn mask off everyone every episode. Being a kid's so easy. There goes save in the river.
That was a double LSA. GPK with the save. It's going to be close. He lives. 26 HP.
Not even close. Branch is helping out there.
Yeah, I'm not sure which character I identify with most on Scooby-Doo. They're a strange amalgamation.
Yeah, I don't know. Freddy was just...
He was a bit of a creep. Like, all right, you guys go with the dog. I'm going with the hot one. Like, yeah, all right, Fred. Maybe we switch up the teams every so often. I don't know.
I feel like he knew there wasn't really anything they were hunting after. You know, he just kind of in on it. He's like, guys, this isn't really that serious. I think I'm just going to mess around.
Is he going to die here, Trent? No, he's good. All right, he's got a Spirit Siphon. That saves him. Scary when you have to Spirit Siphon the creep to live.
Yeah, and he's out of charges,
They're still going to dive him. This boar is going to find him. Yapsor. They've got this easy. That time they use the Fairy Fire, but the boar will secure the kill. And now Zide is going to work his way out. Big kill there.
But they did get the sleep onto Yapsor, but there's no one following up over there.
Nope.
As that Hawk is dissipating up there. I mean, between the Hawk and the boar, he just knows exactly where they're up to, right? He had the Hawk above, starts going under. Then send the boar in, then he summons another Hawk.
$3-0 now. 2K net worth. All 3 of the secret cores topping the charts. The Underlord switching back and forth with the Beastmaster, but the safe lane in the mid not looking great for VP.P.
And all of that pressure on the mid lane and the bottom lane has like ruined the top. It makes the support of Puppey not necessarily matter. Like. How's that first exorcism coming there, Epileptic Kid?
Okay, so he did not get the exorcism at 6.
That is what you sound like.
Curious what level he will choose to skill it at this point.
I agree there's no point now. I think you definitely wait until the siege wave mid. That'll be... Okay. Try and sync up with that. The problem is the Lina mid has just been blasting the wave so much. They actually have, what, 60 tower damage mid. So it doesn't even look like a viable candidate, really, for the... at least not an easy push.
Yeah, I think ordinarily you'd hope the Pugna could chip away at it at least a little bit so it's softened up, and you know, if you get a third of that damage done, it gets pretty easy to kill it with the first DP rotation, but it's going to go the other way. Pugna TP's down bottom.
Yeah, it pops the Invis rune first.
Okay. A sneaky rotation.
They are not there. I mean, they know the Pugna's missing. They just don't know necessarily where he went, but he had an Invis rune in his bottle, so...
Primal Roar. They drop it on the Bane. Yapsor only level 5. But
really
double
trying to bait
bore.
them in deeper. Holy moly!
Was that just game sense from Zai? Like, all right, they're moving forward. I know he's missing. I know he was invisible. I think they might be trying to kill me. Because it ended up being a really good Primal Roar, but if you factor in that he didn't see the Pugna...
Radiant are scanning.
Well, interesting. Either way, it completely stops this gank.
I mean, Zai's not... Yapsor's not 6 yet anyway, so...
Yeah. Lina getting a ton of space to farm. Good 30-40% advantage on the Pugna now.
DM? Oh, probably didn't go for the skewer. He didn't even bother.
DM?
Jeez. Knew he was just dead with the mask and the God Strike. Didn't even worry about skewering him to the tower.
There was no hope of survival there.
All right, Matu's out, though, so they're going to take top tower with the pressure coming bottom. So they'll lose their bottom tower and trade.
The pain train's coming.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
You were away.
Bottom tower
oh, the big TP.
He's good.
He makes it. Yeah, man, there was no telekinesis. Well done.
I mean, if they had just exorcism, wouldn't he have died? Or was that what he was trying to bait out? I'm not even sure.
I'm not sure. I guess they're trying to get this tower and save the exorcism.
Yes, no, they 100% are. Just might have been worth it, I guess, for the 5, but maybe that's what Puppey was kind of hoping for, right?
I think the question will be, can they go somewhere and use exorcism now to make it worth saving the cooldown? If they just rotate mid, exercise and kill it, 100% worth it. If they fuck around for another 120 seconds and farm stuff and then use it, it just seems like a waste to save the cooldown.
But they have the threat.
Yeah, that's true. They do have the threat.
And they brought DM mid, so you'd think that's where they're going, but now Zai's also coming through here.
Well, and as you like to say, if we can sense this rotation, surely Secret can as well. So they're already starting to posture around the mid like, guys, I think they're going to rotate and try to use this DP ult. Let's be ready. Yeah, they glyphed that creep under tower too to make sure the catapult's going to stay. So now the counter glyph, and here comes the pressure. Look at Lil's positioning too. Just down in the river. It doesn't really care if he gets like LS8 or something, as long as it means that his DP doesn't get Laguna to death. Well, it turns out to be a great rotation from Virtus Pro Prodigy. They save it, and they get 2 tier 1 towers here, just shy of 12 minutes. Secret still leading by 4K net worth, though, Trent. So I don't think they're sweating too much right now. Sven is getting unlimited space to farm.
Look at the jungle. It's empty and empty. He has farmed the entire jungle.
Yeah. And he stacks the Ancients there. Very nice. Going to go into an S and Y, and then just go straight eggs. Now, meanwhile, Radiant Jungle, they find DM. This is that combo we talked about. Primal Roar with the Medallion makes all of his summons do even more damage, and then you got Yapsor on top of that with the Mystic Flare. That is nasty.
Yeah, that is crazy. Just the instant roar. He took 809 damage between the Mystic Flare and the 1 concussive. The fact that you can just blow up such a tanky hero is very worrisome for them right now. He only has 1200 HP.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
That's not a lot versus D2, especially without a hood.
Dire
5 kills, 5K net worth lead. Coincidence? You tell me.
Well, yeah, they're not worth 1,000 each. So I guess it is. Oh, stolen Dragon Slave. Whew.
Radiant's
Nisha.
bottom tower is under
Destroyed.
attack.
Nice Fiend's Grip.
Another minute till the exorcism's back. Oh man, this game is so hard for Virtus Pro Prodigy. They need, like, the next exorcism has to be flawless again. They need to at least take a tower and hopefully get some more kills. But it's such a scary game to be playing.
Wow, they almost caught that TP. That Underlord felt like he got robbed. I could feel it.
Yapsor? Oh, they didn't see him. He just got into the tree line.
Yep. He's going to go Aghanim's first item. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I don't think you need anything else in this hero. I guess the
Radiant's
Atos
middle
used to be a bit of a
tower is
classic, but
under
the Axe
attack.
is busted.
I thought Glimmer Cape was pretty good. Aether
He's
Lens.
4. Doesn't need a glimmer.
Radiant
Nah.
are scanning.
Aether doesn't spell amp anymore, so who cares on Sky?
Yeah, I
cares?
guess that's true. Yeah, that's fair. The Ags, huh? It is a shitload of damage.
And it's just stupid. Like,
There is something to be said for any mechanic that does it for you. Like the second flare just gets positioned on a random enemy target that prioritizes heroes. It's like not even
the
a skill
second
check.
everything. It's every spell.
Yeah.
That's why it's so broken. It's like, oh, double all your spells for free
Yeah.
and no effort.
So- You know, I kind of forgot it was everything. For a moment, I really thought it was just Mystic Flare. Jesus Christ. All right. Redact it all. Forget about Glimmer Cape. Up top, they are going to get a freebie on the
Radiant's middle
Zai.
tower is under
Nice
attack.
kill.
I'm very impressed that this is like still kind of working right now, because I think this is incredibly hard to make work. I
What, you
still
mean that
don't
Secret
think
aren't just
Virtus Pro
running the
Prodigy.
Dire's top tower
Yeah, I don't
is
think Virtus Pro
under
Prodigy are
attack.
going to be able to do it. I'm very doubtful, because I think this is just like, even if they get all of these towers, it's still so
Dire's
damn hard.
structures are fortified.
Oh, yeah. And
The second
Matu
he
is
shows
having
up with
an
an
absolute
Ags
free game.
Is under
Yeah,
attack.
Eggs BKB, it's just like, oh my god, we're so dead.
He has 200 last hits in 15 minutes.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Matu's
Pretty
pretty
good.
farmed.
Yeah, and a lot of those are ancient too, so.
If I have 100 last hits at 15 minutes, I'm feeling good. 200 is insane.
Thank you, my beauty.
He's so far ahead right now. Okay, they find Lil. Lil's dead. And looking for more.
Scary red man. Don't fight.
Yeah.
Delay, push back, decrep if you can.
See if they can slow this down. DM doing everything that he can, but the siege creep still going to work. They're actually going to let it fall. Secret not willing to commit for it.
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't have BKB, and GBK does have the max level in the decrep now, as well as the Aether Lens. So now you compare decrep, and it's like, oh, this spell's like actually good now. No.
Okay, they see him coming up the hill. Yapsor makes it back. I like that Virtus Pro Prodigy are getting more aggressive, though. They definitely need to start making plays happen. The clock is ticking. We're at 16 minutes now. It's like not only are they not killing the Sven, they're not even pressuring him either. And this is kind of an awkward movement where like they're not smoked or anything. And luckily for Virtus Pro, there isn't really much vision here for Secret. Their wards are a little more aggressive. They are going to find a stack and finish that off.
Yeah, it's like a 7,700 XP lead for them right now, too.
Right. Well, I mean, look at the
Secret.
map.
Yeah.
Virtus Pro are playing in this little ball over here, and Secret are in every lane.
And that's what you do versus these strats, right?
Yeah.
Split up, farm, push. I mean, look how safe even like Yapsor down bottom is playing. He's like still playing in the tree line, throwing out a couple spells, getting his last hits when he can.
I mean, it is scary. Right now, Virtus Pro Prodigy are playing off the map. Secret don't have a lot of vision. They're probably wondering, like, what are they doing right now? Like, where
Well, they have
are
the Hawk, so they know they're not roaching, so they don't really care.
Well, yeah, exactly. But you still have
it's
to
like,
play
all
like...
right.
If you're Yapsor right now, you're wondering if there's 4 heroes about to jump on you because
Oh,
they've
for
been
sure.
hiding for a while. I understand why they're playing so safe. Like, look at Zai up top. He's like, where are they?
One of us is going to die, right?
Yeah, it feels imminent. And if you're Secret, you feel good about this. You know that you are farming so much faster than them right now. But there is that
Even if
little
one
bit
of
of
them
fear.
died, it's so
Yeah.
fine. Like,
Oh,
who cares?
100%. 6-2, 6K net worth. Very low hero score, but farm intensive match. Matu closing on the Aghanim's now. 1,100 gold away. It's also empowered, so, you know.
Puppy popping smokes and skewering away.
Hey, there's some utility for your position 5 mag. Yeah.
Radiant structures
2 Aether
are
lenses
fortified.
on Virtus.Pro Prodigy. One on the Pugna and one on the Rubik. Look at all this reach, Trent.
There's quite a bit.
Now if they could just use it to do something.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
I hate to say it, but Virtus.Pro Prodigy look a little lost right now.
It's because they're just getting like completely split and they're not strong enough. Like they don't have the items yet to just 5-man down mid and make it something successful. So they're stuck in this awkward like when should we roast?
A nice ult from DM. It's gonna be close. Oh, they get him. That was actually pretty close.
Yeah.
It's a level 1 Dark Rift, so it's a long delay. Bit of a heartbreaker that he was so close to level 12.
God's thanks be with you.
I guess they're just gonna wait for the BKB on Epileptic and try and take a fight.
All right, he's not that close.
Oh no. Big scary Ags. Matu's ready.
And he's already making progress to the BKB.
This must feel like a really weird game of Secret though, at the same time, because they're just doing the same thing and not getting punished. Like they've all just been farming for so long. And they did finally get the Roche where there's no Hawk, so they will get that, but I don't even know if Secret care.
I don't think they do either. I mean, what is this change?
Aegis might give them tier 2s, but the eventual victory still seems very difficult with the lead that they've accrued on Secret.
I mean, they give the Aegis to Death Prophet, and she is just these big ulti heroes, not the best Aegis carriers. So it's nice. You get a little XP, you get some extra gold. You deny it from Secret, which is maybe one of the bigger aspects of taking Roche like that.
I think usually you'd want to give it to the Pugna, but the problem is there's a very real chance your DP just gets roared and Mystic Flared before she even exorcisms. So they might work out in this case.
I think you're right. But all this time, man, Secret are ramping up. Even Yapsor, he's not that far away from the Aghanims for 20 minutes. He's less than 2,000 gold, about 1,700. And that will be a pretty devastating damage increase. Lena's going for a Shadow Blade, so she'll start right-clicking a little harder. And
Puppy is a Glimmer.
Yeah, Puppy's got a Glimmer, and Zai's going Auras. He now has Vlad's.
Oh, they're going for the Aegis pop here. Ooh, I love it, kid. Saw that camp was empty. Good thing. And he would have been a goner.
Turnaround. And now his BKB's coming. So this is looking like the biggest spike that VP Prodigy are going to find. It's time to hit the gas.
What does a winning team fight look like? How does Sven die?
Radiant are scanning.
How does Sven die?
Rubik. All right, Rubik needs a big steal. Rubik.
Okay, are we assuming he does not have BKB when this fight takes place? Because
yeah, if he has BKB, I literally don't think he can die.
Okay, so without BKB, it's like Fiend's Grip, full duration Fiend's Grip.
I mean, with decrep and spells, it's possible. Rubik needs like he can't even steal RP. I mean, RP is okay, obviously, but he needs to steal like a Lena spell or a Skywrath spell, and needs to like utilize even that minimal amount of the Arcane Supremacy combined with the decrep to try and get
Radiant's
a kill.
middle tower is under
I mean,
attack.
Sven has such a good supporting cast now and so much burst damage. In some ways, he doesn't have to kill everybody. He just needs to draw a little bit of the heat so the
Radiant's
Skywrath and
bottom
Lena
tower
can sit in
is
the
under
back and do
attack.
damage. I think a lot of it has to come from the Bane. That 6-second disable is a key tool for them.
That would be nice.
I agree, it is a tall order. This one seems pretty grim. Dota Plus, 73-27, so it still thinks they might be able to take a couple good mid-game fights here with the Aegis. The Underlord does TP out up top. I can totally see why Secret are so comfortable farming away. They're farming so quickly.
Yeah, I'm just never going to care with this lineup how long the game goes.
Yeah, like now Lina has BKB.
Yeah.
So they're going to take this next fight with 2 10-second BKBs, it looks like. Sven now about 1,000 gold away.
I wonder what Zai buys. He could go Blink if he wanted to, just because they don't really have great initiation, and you know they're going to be like starting to run at you soon. So you can just like get that target that you want, and there's no save. And the best save would be like a nightmare.
Puppy, he'll get initiated on. Glimmer Cape not going to save him. They'll use the Fiend Script for this, but where's the follow-up damage? They're in hot pursuit, and they will get there in time to secure the kill. 6 seconds feels like an eternity in a match of Dota 2.
Yeah, I'm fine with that Fiend Script because I don't think you need it as much in the 5v4, so they can still pressure pretty hard here.
And again, it's only a position 5, so I think from Secret's perspective, that just delays this a little bit longer. It pulls their pressure away from the tower. That's another, whatever, 20, 30 seconds off the Aegis that now only has a minute left.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Yeah, but it did make First-Part Prodigy like bold enough to just like take over the triangle just by getting that 1 kill, I think. And now they're gonna go top, but there's a Hawk that actually spots this giant rotation, so they all do it onto the creeps anyway.
Why did they do this instead of just popping Exorcism for the bottom tier 2?
They need something more valuable. Bottom tier 2 sucks. Does nothing. Worthless. Need to save it for top or mid.
Well, but now we just TP'd back and wasted the last minute of the Aegis.
Yeah, they're going to smoke and go for a fight, though.
All right.
They just smoked. But they're going to smoke into Team
Smoke
Secret.
on smoke. Who's going to find who? Matu leading the charge. This is BKB Ags. It's a double damage down bottom. This is so tense.
No one expects the TP out to top, smoke back to bottom triangle, but they're not there. Oh, they went for the biggest brain play of all time.
Dire are scanning.
This is a shocking rotation.
Dude,
now they're going to bump right into Matu.
He's alone.
They find him. He BKBs. He flies in, though. He's got teammates inbound. He grabs, saves Underlord, but he's going to chop away at Epileptic Kid. He is getting kind of low. They trade BKBs, but I think this is good for Secret because now they can just walk away and the Exorcism's going to tick down. That was
never
such a
seen
strange
that
sequence.
play. I mean, they had to try something. I love that. I'm okay with that play.
Definitely unpredictable.
Radiant are scanning.
Wow.
Can you imagine if they had caught Matu alone farming the triangle while everyone else was top?
That would have been pretty badass. That would have been your first-class ticket to break this one wide open. But ends up being kind of an underwhelming Exorcism. The BKBs get traded. And now both sides, they might just trade tier 2 towers, top and bottom.
Yeah, but they have the night vision
Dire's bottom tower is under
of the
attack.
vampire fangs.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Vampire
Radiant's middle
fangs.
tower is under attack.
Who knows how many heroes will show up? It's a mystery.
Underlord's bringing him back. But Matu just jumps in on 2. He's not that afraid. BKB stops the steal from Lil. 2 dead. 2 buybacks immediately, but Secret, they're not done yet. They want more. GPK tags a solo RP. Then Superman comes in for the cleanup. Lina caught by the Fiend Script. Maybe in trouble here. Yapsor trying to make the escape. So many buybacks being used by VP Prodigy as they do get the counter kills on Denisha and Puppy. We'll take a look at the recap, but I think that's a big win for Secret. And yes, 3 buybacks deployed.
Well, that was a little unfortunate. Hey, guys, what if we Underlord ulti in a giant clump by an Ag Sven? What do you guys think about that play? They just got eviscerated by Matu. He went in and shred them. They're going to find Picasso. Man, that was some serious death.
Yeah, that's going to be another freebie. 3 buybacks is pretty painful. At the end of it, Prodigy do punish it a little bit, but the Sven does make it out, and Matu is definitely the big breadwinner from that one. He's going to get
legs for
Abyssal
DP,
Blade
though.
next. All right.
That's like her best item, I think. At least in that tier.
Dire's
definitely
middle
up there.
tower is under attack.
That lets her be a lot more tricky. And RP down.
Dead. This is a window. Maybe they can
They're
get
looking
more.
to have a go. Sven is also here, though. Puppy, silenced. He's going to fall. Exorcism gets used, as does the BKB. Going to go focus on Denisha. Epileptic needs to be careful. Buyback from Puppy now.
That was a sick retreat, because that was really tempting to just use that Lina and like have the team run over. But with the buyback from the mag and the other heroes coming through, just take your retreat.
It's just scary enough. And don't forget that Aghanims is out on the Skywrath now. So he is a real damage dealer.
Yeah, at least he doesn't have the global concussive till 20, and he's only a support. That's when it gets really annoying with the Aghanims. Alright, so now you have no Exorcism. What is your plan? You have the Fiend's Grip, though, and you've stolen, unfortunately, Empower.
Yeah.
I mean, he had Laguna, too, but he only had 1 point in the spell steal when he stole the Laguna, so he wasn't able to just, like, keep it for the next fight.
Right. Sven has switched it up, though. Looks like Nullifier. Is that what we're going for here?
Yeah, seems that way.
Okay, that's interesting. Not an item we see on Sven too often. Good against defensive decreps, I guess.
Yeah, that's got to be the main point.
Probably.
There's also Yules, right, on the DP.
Yep,
so.
but Sven gets that anyway with his talents.
That is true, but then you have it
has
again,
that
right?
Okay.
Yeah, he has it. But it's just like, I mean, there's going to be multiple issues, right, as you said. I think it makes sense. I think just relying on just the Stormhammer isn't necessarily good enough.
Okay. Well, it's a cool item. Certainly gives him a lot of extra damage.
Radiant's middle tower.
Yeah,
Well, net worth now.
What else does he really need, right? He doesn't need the Abyssal Jump necessarily. I mean, he's got the Aghanims, so.
Yeah. I think Satanic often comes to mind, but he hasn't come really close to dying, so that seems silly. I guess Daedalus might be one of my other options. That's pretty solid when Sven's this far ahead.
I can't believe it goes down to a 7-second cooldown. Man, he's just gonna hunt and chase. Between Nullifier and a 7-second Stormhammer with the Dispel.
Yep. He's a true Superman.
And Bane wasn't even building Force Staff too, so of course that'll be useless as well, just the continuous Dispel.
And now Roshan, Cheese, and Aegis.
I think the issue is because what's happening is he's jumping, right? And then they're getting decrept. So now this fixes that. Now he can jump, they get decrept, and then he uses the Nullifier after. Or he can just straight up Nullifier too, because also
it lasts for 5 seconds. Yeah, it's...
But I mean, that's what the problem was before the Nullifier, right?
Right.
Because it's just a one instance Dispel.
I feel you. And you still have to use Stormhammer to initiate, right? It's not like you can save it for the Dispel. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
I mean,
all right.
You know, the other issue is that does he really need Daedalus when he has Empower too?
You're making some good points. Yeah.
I kind of forgot that he has Empower this game because it hasn't really looked that necessary. Of course, it's made him farm faster to create this monster behemoth that we have now.
And now Secret have control of the map. You know, this line in the sand has been drawn. One outer tower remains, but nowhere for Virtus Pro Prodigy to even farm.
What's the deal with Sven? Is he a half Naga?
Why would you ask
He is
that?
like some sort of like fish thing, right?
He's
like
not
half
familiar
fish,
with that part of his lore.
Yeah, there's some fish lore.
All right, well, in he comes. Oh, stolen. Yule's Scepter comes up. Sven now rooted in place. The taxi service gets out of there. Whew. All right, well, Daedalus is up on Lina, so somebody's got the Daedalus at least.
Oh, thank goodness.
Bottom tower.
So, I don't know that he's a fish because he always has a helmet on. Is that what you're telling me? Is that why his eyes look so non-human?
And some of his lore. He's the bastard son of a Vigil Knight.
He's the
born of a pallid Moranth, raised in the Shade Shore ruins.
Huh.
But yeah, it's some fish thing.
Some fish thing. The Vigil Knights?
I only recently learned that, and I was very confused because I had no idea he was like part Naga.
Okay, then.
Feel free to tag Sir Action Slacks in his fish lore, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sure that must be the case.
I'm surprised we didn't get a content piece talking about this during the underwater TI.
Yeah, they're saving it for the next
on
one.
Brand.
Yeah.
I mean, eventually we're gonna have to recycle themes. So maybe TI 16, when we get back to water, we'll go full circle with it. Surely the lore will have evolved by then.
Was the desert terrain ever used for a TI? It wasn't, right? It was just a terrain. Because the desert terrain was pretty cool.
Oh, double damage Sven. This is scary.
Solo.
Okay,
Team?
saving
I don't
Ned
need
in a
team.
2-shot. Double damage, empower, and there's just no hope.
Could he have killed him? I think he could have killed him.
I think so. Underlord, he's going to make it. So it ends up being only a kill on the Bane. That honestly could have been a lot worse. 20k net worth favor now.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Lift comes out.
Radiant
Disarm.
structures are fortified.
Yeah, Morants are inhabitants of the sea, guys. He's half Morant. There you go.
Well, that's fantastic. He's from the
Radiant's
Maritime.
Oh my god, you're so right. But, he's doing great above water here.
Sven. Matu. He's got Aegis, remember. And there it is. Dies in a good position. Does not have BKB for about 10 seconds.
Next
But back to
silence.
life we go.
That just
These
covers
holds
him.
already deployed. BKB now used from Nisha. It's been a good hold for Virtus.Pro Prodigy.
And that was all without the God Strength, too, that he was, like, forcing that pressure and everything. Because they're not going to have... Oh, actually, there would have been a window right at the end of the Aegis. They could have theoretically had God Strength into another play, but... They did force out Exorcism, so now this just makes it worse for the next God Strength, right?
Yeah, and now they're going to jump in. They find DM. He's okay for now. Lotus Orb, pretty effective.
They have the Stolen Warcry, but he still needs something bigger on Lil to really turn this.
There's one thing for Virtus.Pro Prodigy is they do have pretty good high ground defense. So
Did Puppy just get this blink? He did, right? I feel like
think
I
so.
just clicked of a second ago and he didn't have it. Because I've been waiting for... Because I think when he died with Aegis, there was no blink on Puppy, because I was checking to see if he could counter-initiate to cover him.
These are the moments, though. Virtus.Pro Prodigy moving out of the base, and Secret still in a very forward position, and now they're just going to go high ground. Oh, no. Virtus.Pro Prodigy misread this. There's no glyph, and this is a free lane of barracks. They'll start to TP back, but it's going to be too little, too late. And now they need to be careful not to get split in the mid. Looks like they found one. It's DM.
They tried the exact same play last game. I mean, it's risky, but I get it. Like, you're in such a bad situation as Virtus.Pro Prodigy. You have to try those plays. And, like, let's be real. Weren't they just going to get that lane anyway? Like, you had no Exorcism. If they just came back and God Strength, he was going to take it.
Yeah, you're right. Still feels rough. I'm really having trouble seeing the window for Virtus.Pro Prodigy back into this.
It's a pretty slam shut, yeah.
Secret are doing a
Quality
great
security.
job playing around this. And look at that Trent, Sven. He's going to synth the Aghanims and then get himself a Daedalus. I told you. I tried to tell you.
Okay. Yeah, it's a fine item.
The runner-up to Nullifier. It was right there.
I kind of wish he just went Abyssal for the multiple jumps, because it's kind of fun to watch.
Oh, that's true.
Dire are scanning.
A double damage down bottom, picked up by Nisha. That is actually really scary in the hands of Lina now.
And Lil has the LSA for another...
Radiant
Hey, he's got it for about another 2 minutes. Could try something. Well, actually, it's more like 3 minutes. At least that's something. That's the kind of spell that they need, though. Is like some extra damage and control to try and chain someone to death before these BKBs come out. Has he RP'd this game?
Yes. In that fight that forced all the buybacks, he solo RP'd GPK.
But how?
That might be the only one.
Though. Yeah, he hasn't had to. Been like no need for it. It's been so much split push this game.
And the way they have these other stuns, like, people die really fast. If you don't have the Blink Dagger, it's like Puppy can't even get there in time to RP and make it worth it. It's like normally in a Magnus draft, there's so much pressure on him to initiate. In this situation, everyone else can kind of do it.
Look how much it cost him to just blink and pull back Nisha into an LSA. It took half of Lil's HP just from some spam from the sky because of the wards they have down.
Yep. Still hard for Secret to break this high ground, though.
Well,
I mean, not that they're sweating because they're owning the whole map and farming it out, but it is a little hard to just run up the high ground and finish this out.
I think the only reason it's awkward is the buyback situation. They don't know anything about the buybacks. Like DP doesn't have it, but it's not a timer issue. It's a gold issue. So maybe they're just like a little worried about taking a fight that close to the base when you have to fight around God Strength.
Here's the smoke out.
It's all on
Radiant's
save,
top
but he has no
tower is
Aether.
under
Look how
attack.
short the Fiend's Grip is. Oh my god, Matu. Oh, there he is!
Oh, they need this Fiend's Grip, but no, this time they've got the follow-up, and RP comes through, big damage from the sky, and now Matu ready to clean house. It's just the DP left. She gets nullified. That Yule Scepter, that little bump you saw there, and it was completely mitigated. Dunzo. See you later, epileptic kid. That's embarrassing and ironic. No buyback, nor does Bane have one. And it's looking like Secret can close this one out. Lickety split.
Middle tower has fallen.
Probably just wanted one really good RPG. And there it was. Perfect, right?
That was right on the money. And the double silence as well. GG gets called, and another convincing win for Team Secret. So, hey, they made it interesting. Game 1, Secret tried something. It went completely bust, and then they stepped it up.